Hello everyone.
Oh guys.
Dropping into you a quick message about our updates and plans. We've had a few of you lovely people contact us through our Facebook and our other social media platforms to ask us where we've been because we have been offline for a few weeks. Thank you very much, and much love to you. We hope that you are coping in this crazy world that we're currently experiencing. It certainly has flipped things upside down, hasn't it? Goodness me. We hope that you are well. We hope that your family and your loved ones are well, and that your stress levels are low, and that you are managing to find your way through, and just being calm and accepting what's happening, and just taking the time for what it is. I actually saw some lovely posts about how people are actually taking the time to reflect. They're just taking the time to catch up on things that they haven't managed to do because most of us work too hard, and most of us are disconnected, and most of us are, many of us are stressed. So I've seen other people say, and I agree as well, actually, also that they've actually been quite enjoying time out where the world has stopped, and they've managed to connect with each other, and I hope that, and connect with nature, like spend some time in nature, or listening to nature on podcasts or whatever. That's what I've been doing actually, which has been really nice. Just a quick update. Darren and I are on a mission actually, and we wanted to share that with you because I'm thinking that some of you might find that quite interesting. We've been offline because we decided to take some time out. Our patrons knew about this. We went back to Australia for a wedding, and to catch up with my mum and our family, which was really nice. It was cut short a little bit, c'est la vie. But in that time, I was with my mum, and it's become clear to me that she needs a little bit of help. And she is 80 this year. Gorgeous thing.
Well done.
Yeah, and she just needs some help around the joint, and she's not having much luck with elderly assistance. And so Darren and I have decided to take what is now a season off and take Sarian home to Australia and get with my mum, get her zipped up, get her some help, get her sorted out, and get her on a better little path.
Yeah.
So that's what we are planning on doing. We depart tomorrow morning actually. It's been a crazy time for us. We haven't had any time to put any posts up. I'm really sorry. But yeah, it's been a crazy time for a lot of people. So I'm gathering we're all in the same boat in some form or other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We managed to get back to New Zealand in the nick of time before they shut borders and whatnot. And we came straight to Sarian. Actually, there was a cyclone running for the top of New Zealand at the time, so we were really glad that we managed to get get back to Sarian before that occurred. But it wasn't bad anyway. Then we managed to this week we managed to get her on the hard stand.
Yep. And
clean her up, because how many years has it been since Sarian has been hauled out?
It's been 2 years since she's had a good.
Yeah, we are. We're budget cruisers. So we've been doing the anti-foul cleaning because the anti-foul was looking a bit lackluster, and she had these big dags on the bottom of her, like, oh my god. It's just embarrassing really. Anyway, so she's all cleaned up and she is slick on the hull. She is flying through the water now, which is great. We just got off the hard stand yesterday, filled up, provisioned up, which was a mission. Because there's the new rules have come into place.
You can only have 2 of everything.
You can have only 2 of everything, and we need to provision for 2 weeks, perhaps 3, if we get quarantined for 2 weeks when we get into New Zealand, Australia, sorry. So yeah, you can imagine how challenging that was, and I got some filthy looks from people because we were trucking trolleys up and down the street of food that were from different supermarkets because we were just trying to get enough food for our possible 3 weeks without food.
We looked like the panic buyers.
We did look like the panic buyers. And, oh man, some people gave me some strange looks, and I just had to smile and say, have a nice day. It's sometimes hard to understand where people are when you're looking from a different perspective.
Absolutely.
So
I can understand that.
yeah, I can understand why people were giving us weird looks. Anyway, so we're provisioned up, we're good to go. About the crossing, we have actually managed to find a lovely weather window that has the winds mostly on our hind quarter. There's a dirty great high at the moment sitting between New Zealand and Australia, and we are going to jump on that in the morning and hopefully ride it as far as we can. It is a little bit of a dodgy passage because it is still cyclone season, isn't it, my love?
It is, but I think we're going to jag a pretty good window. It's nice big high there.
Yeah, there's a big high that's pushing out another low that wants to come in.
There's still going to be quite a bit of strong wind there, so should make for a pretty
fast passage.
Fast passage might be,
hopefully a fast passage. The Tasman's not one you want to hang around in too long.
No.
But that's cool. And we have seen actually a little bit of a whirligig, which is a little cyclone that is going to be brewing at the tail end of our passage. So hopefully this high will hold that one out. And until we get close enough to land. So we shall see. A little bit of excitement going on.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. So I have managed to, for those of you who are interested, please, and you aren't following us on Facebook, I have managed to get one of our gorgeous patrons to, I'm sort of giving her some tutoring actually in about an hour on how to, hopefully, if I figured this out properly with a satellite guy, we'll be able to put some posts to Facebook while we're underway on passage. So yeah, follow along on our travels. I'm going to put some interesting blog posts. Our patrons get our hourly updates, and they are on a different yacht tracker. They follow the yacht tracker and get the hourly updates, and I'm just going to be putting so now and then I'm going to be putting some satellite posts to Facebook so you guys can follow along and see how we go, because it's going to be an interesting little passage, I would think.
It should be.
Anyway, that's what we're up to. We're having another adventure, another change of plans, another adventure. That is what life is all about. So yeah, and we're going to get home and sort my mother out, hopefully, which will be really good. And so that's it, basically. A very quick update from us. If you are inclined at all and you are anywhere near the Brisbane or Southport area, that is where we are heading for, and we're not sure whether we're hearing a bit of conflicting information, whether the days that we're on passage, which will be about between 9 and 12 days, possibly, hopefully the 9, is counted towards our isolation days, because Australia's got this thing where you have to self-isolate for 2 weeks. And our passage time may or may not be counted towards that. So if you are in Southport or in Brisbane and you manage to hustle up some veggies or some fruit, would be great, and you can somehow
float it out
in a tender to us when we arrive, we'd be so grateful, because we're probably going to be 2 hungry sailors. And we're not sure if we're going to have to do an additional 2 weeks isolation when we get to Southport, or whether the passage time will be counted, because there's conflicting information on that from Border Force and Queensland Maritime Safety. So yeah, we won't find out until we get in. So yeah, we'll run a little thing there on Facebook and see if we can get some people and find out some interesting ways to perhaps get us some quarantine food without getting anyone in trouble. Push it out by a floating tire or something. Anyway, please follow along on our Facebook, because we're going to try and make a bit of passage fun over there for you guys. So yeah, we shall go, because we're dribbling.
That's enough waffle for one day.
And we've got absolutely stacks of things to do before our passage in the morning. So, lovely to speak with you guys. Truly hope that you're doing all right. And there's some really good tips on our website for, I don't know if you've read any mindfulness stuff or any meditative stuff. If you have a look in the resources for cruises section under books, there's some quite cool books actually that I listed on the website that if you haven't read them, yeah, get into. They're quite cool.
Oh yeah.
Darren's giving me the look. Okay, gotta go. Videos will commence. Vanuatu is coming your way. We aren't really sure actually what we're going to come across when we get to Australia. We have heard some queer things, and we may not actually be able to get to a SIM card even. So bear with us. Videos are coming. And yeah, be well, gorgeous people, and be happy. We hope you find peace in your solitude, and yeah,
we'll see you on the other side.
Maybe you're going to be cranking up some cool ideas while you are having some time out. Some cool ideas for your future. That would be groovy, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Rightio, peace, love, happiness to you all, and we shall see you sometime after we arrive in Australia. Remember to follow us on Facebook.
Okay, see you on the other side.